Imagine for a moment that three small words, spoken with complete sincerity, could leave an emotional mark on someone long after the conversation has ended. Not because they were carefully rehearsed or cleverly crafted, but because they created something real. A moment that quietly lingers, even when she tries not to think about it. Before we go any further, take a breath. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Rest your hand over your chest. Inhale slowly through your nose and feel your body expand. Let your shoulders drop. Let your mind go still. Then breathe out, long and easy, and imagine everything heavy just leaving with it. Now sit with this question. What if a few honest words, said at the right moment, could create a feeling in someone that stays with them for days? Not because of how impressive they sounded, but because of how genuine they felt? Most people make the mistake of overthinking what they're going to say. They try to land the perfect joke, sound effortlessly cool, or come across as someone worth paying attention to. But genuine attraction doesn't respond to performance. It doesn't follow careful planning. It lives in emotional truth, in the quiet power of words that come from a place of real presence and real feeling. What we're looking at today isn't about manipulation. There are no games here, no formulas designed to trick someone into feeling something. This is about communication that makes another person feel genuinely seen, genuinely valued, and emotionally touched in a way that stays with them. These three phrases only carry weight when they're used honestly, in the right moment, and with full respect for the other person. If that idea already speaks to you, share it with someone in your life who's looking for more meaningful connection. Now, settle in. Think about the last message or conversation that actually stayed with you. Not a polite, "How are you?" or a generic check-in, but something that made you pause, that made you feel something. What was it about that moment that made it stick? It carried real emotion. It made you feel noticed. It said something specific about you rather than something anyone could say to anyone. The reason most conversations disappear from memory within hours is because they stay entirely on the surface. How was your day? Fine. You busy? Yeah, pretty busy. These exchanges are comfortable and harmless, but they leave no trace because they hold no warmth, no curiosity, no depth. The mind is not designed to hold on to the ordinary. It holds on to what moves it. Your unconscious mind functions like a curator. It keeps the moments that meant something and quietly lets everything else dissolve. When someone's words carry genuine feeling, real observation, or honest appreciation, they get filed away differently. They resurface in quiet moments. They come back when she's alone, when the noise settles down. That's emotional anchoring, the difference between a sentence that fades and one that echoes. So let's talk about the first of these three expressions. This has nothing to do with clever openers or rehearsed lines. It's rooted in honest expression. The first is "I want." It sounds almost too simple, but when said with calm, grounded confidence, it does something most communication never does. It expresses clarity. It shows that you know what you feel and you're comfortable saying it without hedging, without fishing for permission, without making her guess. Instead of saying something like, "Maybe we could hang out sometime if you're not too busy," you might say, "I want to take you to dinner this weekend. I already have a place in mind." The difference is felt immediately. One communicates uncertainty. The other communicates a man who knows himself. That kind of quiet certainty isn't forceful. It's emotionally mature. It respects her enough to be clear, and it naturally invites her to respond from her own genuine place. The second expression is "because." One small word, but it changes everything. Saying "I enjoy talking to you" is pleasant enough. It's kind. But it's also something anyone could say to anyone, and that's exactly why it fades. When you follow it with "because," it becomes something entirely different. "I enjoy talking to you because the way you look at things makes me rethink my own perspective." Now it's personal, it's specific. It shows that you've actually been paying attention, not just to what she says, but to how she thinks, how she sees the world, what makes her distinct. Most conversations stay on the surface because specificity feels risky. But when you take the time to notice her values, her humor, her way of handling things, you signal genuine presence. And presence is one of the most quietly attractive qualities a person can carry. The third expression is I appreciate. This one shifts the entire emotional register. Most compliments are aimed at appearance or something obvious. You look great. That's nice, but it sits on the surface. I appreciate how thoughtful you are with the people around you. It's something you don't see often. That goes somewhere deeper. It reaches the inside. It acknowledges not just how she looks, but who she actually is. That kind of recognition feels different because it comes from genuine admiration rather than from an effort to impress. It makes her feel seen in a way that a surface-level compliment simply cannot. When these ideas come together naturally, the effect is real. Something like, I want to spend more time with you because I genuinely appreciate the kind of calm you carry. It changes the atmosphere around you. That one sentence creates a full emotional picture. She feels noticed. She feels valued. She feels safe enough to open up further. And there's a clear psychological reason this works. Words like these create emotional resonance by connecting to real feeling. They break away from the routine noise of everyday small talk. They demonstrate specificity, which proves real attention. And they carry no desperation, no pressure, which creates emotional safety. When you're not performing, when you're simply present and honest, those small moments tend to replay in her mind. That replay is what makes a person unforgettable. There's an important note here, though. These expressions only work when they're real and when the timing is right. If you try to insert them into every interaction or pull them out when no genuine moment exists, they lose everything that makes them powerful. They start sounding rehearsed, and rehearsed is the opposite of what creates connection. Let them arrive naturally, at the end of a real conversation, when something she said or did actually moved you to notice it. Your tone should stay easy and calm. Keep your body open, your eye contact warm, and don't over-explain. If her response doesn't match your energy, honor that. Genuine attraction is something that grows between two people when both are comfortable. There's no value in pushing it. Connection isn't built on perfection or the length of your messages. It's built on moments, small, honest, emotionally present moments that leave a quiet impression on someone's heart. When your words come from real feeling and real attention, you stop being just another passing interaction and become someone she actually remembers. The truth at the center of all this is simple. What makes words stay with someone isn't how clever they are. It's the emotional weight they carry. Most people move through their days on autopilot, exchanging the same polite phrases and leaving no trace. The ones who are remembered are the ones who were genuinely present, who noticed something real, expressed something true, and made the other person feel like they were actually seen. I want signals that you know yourself, because signals that you see her. I appreciate signals that you value who she is beneath the surface. Together they build something rare, trust, depth, and a kind of attraction that goes far deeper than anything a smooth line or a perfectly timed joke could reach. But they only work when they're matched with the right moment, a calm and open presence, and the respect to let the other person respond in their own time and their own way. This is what meaningful communication actually looks like. Not grand gestures, not impressive speeches, just honest words, spoken with presence, that leave a quiet and lasting impression. Moments she carries with her even when she isn't trying to. If this gave you something worth thinking about, pass it along to someone who needs to hear it.